I want to talk about the developer flow in your teams and where to add that formal inspection when it comes to when it comes to the programming. So um, when when a change is made, that's made on the engineer workstation, and the engineer, the developer does the private build, does a commit to the Git repository on the build server. We do our integration build. That's the perfect place for the static analysis, by the way, for the automated testing that's built in. And then in a test automation environment, we do our first deployment, and that's where our full system acceptance test suite can run in a fully deployed instance of the new build of the software. And then back on the engineer's workstation, with high confidence that what was just done is good, he can create a pull request. And when that pull request is approved, if we approve it by way of a checklist, well, now we have a formal code inspection. So the pull request process, or even if you have just a peer team member look through what was done, but does so based on a checklist that you create as your team, well, then that's the perfect way to implement a formal code inspection. And then you get the defect removal benefit of having formality in that process. Just creating a checklist gives you the formality for that to yield the returns. For automating DevOps, it's not rocket science. This diagram right here is the standard flow of an automated DevOps environment. Now, there's a lot of technical jargon on here, and I know you probably can't read some of the words, which, by the way, if you want a full-size, high-resolution PDF copy of this for your development teams, just send me an email. I'd be happy to send it over. But there is a standard structure for the flow of an automated DevOps environment. If you don't already have it in place, then your teams have a much slower than necessary cycle time when making a change, sharing it with the team, getting it to an environment, verifying that it still deploys, getting it to a manual test environment so that someone in product management can look at it, and especially getting it to production. So consider this some of the basics of foundational capabilities that your software team needs when it comes to DevOps. And you don't have to go all the way, but just put this basic structure in place to decrease the cycle time, make it faster for them to make a change and get it all the way through, regardless if the change is super small or larger.